I have a question for you. How to fill your room at no cost? How to fill your room at no cost? Speakers, trainer who are watching this video, my name is Jack Wong. I'm based in Singapore. I'm not sure whether you and I have ever met. The fact that you're watching this video could mean two things. Number one, you have responded to my Facebook post, and that's why I'm sending this video to you. Number two, somebody who cares for your success actually sent this video without me knowing. No matter what it is, I want to thank you for watching this video. I will make it as short as possible. So coming back to the question, how many of you realize that it is the coolest thing on the planet to be able to fill a room without any cost? The fact is this, why is that important? Filling up the room probably is the most important thing for all speakers and trainers. Remember, when you want to do your training, but nobody shows up in your room, no one means you have no presentation. Okay, so you have prepared your presentation, ready to rock and roll. The thing is that nobody is in your room. So who is going to receive your presentation? And you might be a very helpful person. You want to help a lot of people. But the fact is that when there's no one in the room, you can't help. So is that painful? Yes, that reminds me back in 2013 when I ran my first event. I was ready to go. Nobody is in the room. So if you think that this is not happening to you, well, at least let me confess. It happened on me many years ago. So I then learned how to effectively market my event. So I learned the logical way, of course, is to do Facebook ad, because this is like by far the number one thing most speakers, trainers would do. Question for you is that how many of you have $2,000 US to spend on the preview? Now, especially for people who are doing this in the first year where they don't have such a huge budget. I remember in 2016 when I first asked my partner to run a Facebook ad for my campaign. It cost me $2,000 US. That's a lot of money, and the room had only 20 people. So here's the thing: if you decide to go on that path, I'm not here stopping you, because number one, it will cost you money, especially when you're watching this in Singapore, especially when you're watching this in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. These two places, the Facebook cost per lead has gone up crazy. Number two, you may have spent time as well in order to fill up your event. But here's the thing, no Facebook marketer can guarantee that by spending money and the time, you have butts in seats, you have people in your room. If ever there's a Facebook marketer who is telling you that there's a guarantee, I think you should walk away, because no one can guarantee that. And does it make sense? Okay, now the question is that, then how do you fill up the room with no cost? So I want to share with you what Joe has taught me. And this is something that he shared again today when I met him in Singapore. So the question is that, what is the secret formula? So are you ready for this? Okay, so if you're ready, let me just give you this tip. Leverage your existing students. What? Leverage your existing student. Yes. So what Joe does typically when he returns to Asia, when he is in Singapore, he will invite his existing students to come back to do a 3 to 4 hours training. So he loves to give. If you love Joe's idea to give, so you do a free training. So during the free training, then all Joe does is to ask the master graduates to do one thing. That is, I have an event coming up. I want you to send this event link to 2 people that you know, and then give them this gift so that they can come to my 1-day free training to receive my process. So all I need you to do is to send out the link to 2 people. So imagine in a room of 40 people, so which is what's happening today in the room. 40 people, and each of them sent 2 links out to the network. That's 80 links that have been sent out. Suppose 50% of these people show up in the event, that's 40 people. So let's think about it. It costs you nothing to ask your students to send out the link. The question is that, have you been following up with your students? A lot of trainers that I know thought that once the training is done, these students are no longer in touch. And therefore, while I'm looking for new students, the question is that the most important thing of trainer speakers, in my opinion, is to follow up with your students. So ask them to come back, ask them to receive additional training at no charge, so that now with this free training, you can then ethically bribe them to help you market your event by sending the link to 2 people. Now, here's the thing. If these people will show up in his event one day that decided to embrace Joe's process, what happened is that this link is actually affiliate link. So when Joe has a new student on board, this existing master graduates will then get paid on the affiliate commission. So question is this: if I'm a Joe student, if I send out the link to people to attend Joe's one-day event, and if let's say these people decide to embrace Joe's process, I get paid on commission. Why not? And not only that, because I come back as Joe's student, I receive additional training. So you think about it, it's like, why would somebody turn away or turn down the request of sending the link out? So I found that this is a very, very cool idea, which is the reason why as soon as Joe shared with me this secret, I decided to give this to all of you who comment on my Facebook post. Today, I can tell you that so many people have asked for this particular secret. So good news for you, I'm giving this to you in the form of a video. And by the way, before I end this recording, I want to highlight at the bottom of this video, there's some information about the link. You see, I'm actually using Joe's method to bribe you. So you receive my free tips. All I want you to do is that there's a link at the bottom, so you can click it, whether you decide to attend the Singapore event, or if you are in Malaysia, the Kuala Lumpur event, or okay, if you are not in Singapore, you're in Kuala Lumpur, you are living in Europe or United States, don't worry. At least you have already received this free training. So I want you to think about coming to Joe's one-day event. This is just my way of passing forward to help Joe to help more people. Okay, so the link is actually below. If you decide to join, I look forward to seeing you in Singapore. I will show up on the 5th December and the 10th December. So I look forward to seeing you there. And if I have any other information, I'd love to share with you by the way of additional video. Cool? So I thank you for watching this video. Thank you for allowing me to share with you Joe's process. All good wishes. I look forward to seeing you in another Joe Bauer's event. Bye for now.